Hi guys, Tim from Elite Endurance. I wanted to go over a topic that we get quite a bit because we work a lot with fire, police, military. One of those topics that has come up quite often is what can I do to prepare to be a tactical athlete? So we plan on answering that question, giving you some basic exercises that you can do and kind of some modifications if you don't have the equipment. There's always different ways you can do things, so we want to definitely demonstrate or at least mention those so it gives people multiple options. So one of the biggest things a lot of tactical athletes will have to wear would be something like a body armor or a weighted vest. For what we would use in here, we don't necessarily have to use plates or anything like that, body armor plates. But this is a great addition to anything you're going to do body weight wise. So whether it's pull-ups, push-ups, even squats, I kind of tell people depending on the weight of the vest that you go with, I would almost refrain from running in it just because it is a lot of extra stress on the knees. The ankles, knees, toes, feet, all that good stuff may not quite be ready for it. So I always say use caution if you're going to run with a weighted vest. We like to use it a lot for body weight stuff just to add a little bit additional resistance onto that person, and it hugs them nice to where it stays close to the body and it's well-rounded weight around the body, so it makes things nice and centered to the mass. Another thing we always will recommend is if you have, say, like a rope, you can even hang a towel from a bar, just something that's going to work your grip. That's going to be one of the biggest things for any tactical athlete. It comes down to is the grip strength, how much grip strength that person has, whether they're carrying bags, they're carrying a victim, they're dragging a buddy, whatever the case may be, you want to make sure that you've got great forearm and grip strength. So for us, you can certainly traverse the rope all the way up. A lot of times what we'll just simply do is have an athlete lay flat on the floor, center line under the anchor point up top. So from here, they would then use their arms and bring themselves up and then back down. So a safe way, if one, you're afraid of heights, or two, you don't have a ceiling high enough to take a rope that's 25, 30 feet up in the air. So this is another great option. Again, you can do just dead hangs or pull-ups from a pull-up bar with a towel, and that's going to work that grip really, really well too. Certainly, pull-ups are a good staple as well for that tactical athlete to develop that overall strength for the upper body, working shoulders, back, chest, kind of a little bit of everything. What we also like to incorporate, it's something pretty simple. You can even make homemade using a basketball. I've seen people take out kind of where the needle goes in to inflate the ball. They'll pour sand in there, plug it, cap it, but nowadays it's pretty readily available. You can get them through Amazon, you can go to Walmart. We can put some links and stuff like that for some decent medicine balls on Amazon that you can get shipped to you. But we like to go with something not too crazy. Again, this would be like a 20-pound if we're working explosive movements where we're doing a lot of throwing, tossing, squatting. This is definitely a great option, as well as any type of sandbag. This sandbag's a little bit unique. It's called a Bulgarian bag, comes out of the wrestling kind of arena. It's great for grip strength, so you either have webbing you can run your hands through, which we tend not to. We try to get the athlete or the tactical person to grab from the actual handles, so they're forced to work grip strength as well. And again, anything you can kind of do with a sandbag, you can do with something like this. Again, we'll put links to all of the equipment that we're using here or demoing here or showing you here in the description, so you can go straight to, say, Amazon and pick that stuff up. But again, Bulgarian bag, a great option to also accommodate a sandbag, which is a great thing. Another one that we really like to use, again, going back to that grip strength, is any type of plate that you could just simply pinch, hold, and then take a walk with. So you don't have to go crazy far. If you're limited in space, you walk 5 feet, turn, come 5 feet, walk back. Biggest goal is you want to pinch that weight, so as you're pinching it, again, you're working forearm, bicep, grip, all that kind of strength that's necessarily needed for that tactical athlete. Another great option would be just a dumbbell. Again, they've got adjustable ones, so you don't have to have a whole string of different dumbbells. You can kind of adjust per exercise, because some things you'll be a little stronger at, some things you'll be a little bit weaker at, but a dumbbell is another great tool to have in the toolbox as far as working like that tactile athlete. So again, you can work stuff where you're doing just a full snatch from the floor to overhead in an explosive rapid motion, getting that triple extension. Again, you can go as heavy as you can handle or as light as you can handle if you're working more on that explosive pull from the floor. But again, most of these things quite common, can be found. I mean, if you don't have a weight, grab a rock. I mean, the limit is by only what you can imagine. So you don't have to have necessarily all the fancy equipment to make things happen, but you definitely got to be doing something to prepare to be ready for that tactical athlete. As far as endurance and conditioning goes, we're huge fans of jump rope. So again, you don't need a ton of space. You can do it indoors and just sit and jump rope. Again, start simple, start easy, maybe 30-second round, 30 seconds off, build yourself up to where you can jump rope 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes straight with no stopping. Then maybe set it kind of almost like a boxing match where you're going to be taking it, 5-minute round, minute off, 5-minute round, minute off, and so on and so forth. So biggest thing though, guys, is I can't stress enough, it's a little bit different for a tactical athlete, and that kind of is a broad term that encompasses fire, police, military, first responders, even nurses and stuff fall into that as well. You kind of got to be ready 365. We don't necessarily have an off season because you don't know what type of call would be coming in, and you're going to have to respond to it. So it's not like we can taper and be like, okay, we're coming into the off season. We can kind of take it easy and recover. Unfortunately for us, we'll have to do it to where we're set to roll at any given moment. So if you guys got any questions on any of the equipment or any exercises or different things or ideas you're looking for, leave them down in the comment section. We'll be happy to answer them to our best ability. If we don't know the answer, we'll definitely research and get it out there. I've been a fireman for, longer than I can remember now, since the 90s. So I know what it's like to drag hose, to be crawling in hot environments, kind of unfriendly environments and stuff like that, as well as just a rescue call where you're having to move somebody that's rather large. They're never in a great position. You can never really get that perfect posture, perfect position to pick them up, safely, like if I was deadlifting from the floor. Not to say deadlifts and stuff like that aren't good. They are. It preps you, gets you ready, gets you stronger. Biggest thing is just learning that bracing to be able to do that job and do it well. So appreciate it, guys. Again, questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comment section. We'll get back to you as quick as we can. We definitely want to make sure that, again, anybody that's in this field is prepared and ready for it, because, again, you're looking at a 20, 30-year career. That's a long time, even for a pro athlete, whether it's football, baseball, you name the sport, and we got to be able to rock and roll, ready to go at a drop of a hat. So appreciate it, guys. Again, subscribe, like. We'll leave all the links and stuff like that to some of the equipment we have that we use right in the description. Feel free, check them out. Go right to Amazon, click through, purchase, and get yourself ready and get into that tactical athlete shape, guys. Appreciate it, and stay tuned for the next video. Thanks again.
Damn.